Alright, let's do it. So, where I am now, creatively, is in a really great place, and this is a place that I've wanted to be for a really long time. And it's interesting because it just seems like a shift in energy, because literally, like, I'm starting and finishing pieces. I just got back into music production, which I'm super excited for. I'm in flow now, which is really cool. Like, being in flow and just like realizing what's the most important thing to you, and just like, you know, going with that, and just kind of like, it changes everything. It really does. It's an incredible feeling to be here. It's an incredible thing to experience, and just being able to like put that out there. And just to be completely transparent, I'm someone who used to chase pleasure, and it was something that I realized after a while was just draining, and what I'd rather do is be creative and connect with people on that behalf, because it's so much more fulfilling. So that's where I'm at now, and I'm realizing that that's really where I want to be in terms of life, in terms of lifestyle. The Awaken Space podcast is it's getting super successful now, and I'm very happy about that. I mean, like, the growth is not like wildly exponential right now, but it's still moving up. And it's interesting too, because it went from me sitting on the floor with a bunch of notes in front of me with my phone and the Anchor.fm app, and now it's literally to me at the computer with the actual Audio-Technica podcast mic, and working with Studio One. And it's just, it's so interesting. It's so interesting how things can change. And on top of that too, I've been doing a lot of, I guess you could call it like emotional toning for what it is that I want in life. Shout out to Joe Dispenza for that one. It's a super cool thing. And what you do, like with the meditation, is you get the body ready for the actual life that you want to live. It's all about conditioning the body with elevated emotions, getting you prepared for the life that you want to live, because living the life that you'd want to live, you allow yourself to experience those elevated feelings, and then it gets your body more prepared for actually living and experiencing that life. It's wild stuff. It's quantum science. It's beautiful. And it's something that I'm really grateful that I came across, because it's changing my life and I can see it, so it's awesome. All right, so I have had this Bristol packet of paper for a long time now. I don't even know how many years this has been. At least 3, I'd like to think. I mean, I guess that's not really a wildly long time, but there's a lot of art in it. Check this one out. I did this a while ago. I call this one the Ascension, the transmutation and or channeling of the sacral, sexual and creative energy into higher consciousness. Very spiritual, which I am. Well, instead of saying I'm very spiritual, I'd rather say I'm aware of my spiritual essence. I think it's just like an easier way to talk about it and connect with people on that behalf. This one I shared on social media. I don't even know what I called this one. I didn't call this one anything. Yeah, I didn't name this one, but it's pretty interesting. At the top there's a UFO abduction happening, and this guy's just basically like losing his identity. It's pretty interesting stuff. I guess it's spiritual as well. What else is there? You know what, let's explore some old shit, right? Let's do it. Let's explore old stuff. I don't even know what to call this thing, but it's got a lot of artwork inside of it. This I did with an airbrush, and I used paper for the very specific lines. I've always loved symmetry. It's one of my absolute favorite forms of art, in terms of just like placement and like how that all relates to itself. But yeah, this is, I don't have a name for this, by the way. It's just super cool. There are quite a few of these that I've done though. Pretty cool stuff. Oh yeah, by the way, so I'm just gonna take a moment of gratitude. Yesterday I was searching on YouTube and I wanted to look back at a graffiti artist and tattoo artist that had a very big influence on my, basically just like, you know, when I was starting out as an artist with Awakened Space, you know, my lettering and everything, he had a really big influence on just my, you know, ability to perform as an artist, along with many other people. But he was someone who, you know, seemed to be pretty humble, really cool guy. I actually went out to LA to his tattoo studio to meet him, but he wasn't there. Graffiti-wise, he goes by the name of Norm, and Will Rye's tattoo studio is the one that he comes from. But I found out that he passed away last year in October, I think it was, and I just wanted to give a quick shout out to him real quick because, you know, he was definitely someone who influenced me earlier on as an artist. His lettering in terms of tattooing was always something that stood out to me as really cool. He was a dope graffiti artist, and yeah, I'm grateful that I came across him. I'm grateful that I got to step foot in his tattoo studio and everything, and, you know, I was someone who got into art more so through like graffiti and that kind of lettering, and that's something that really, you know, tended to shape my ability to perform as an artist, which was something really cool, which is why, you know, stuff like this came out. And really cool stuff. You know, I thoroughly enjoy graffiti. Every time I see it, it's something that really blows my mind. And yeah, this was something that I never finished this piece. I will finish this piece though. I think that finishing this piece would be really cool because it's a cool fucking piece. It's a really cool piece. So yeah, just to conclude, I'm wildly grateful for where I am right now creatively as an artist. It's something that has really taken me a long time to get to, and I'm happy as heck to be where I am right now. It's some good stuff.